Hey, Instagram, Marin here from indiebirth on a very rare snowy day in Sedona, Arizona. Our weather is pretty unique here. Really kind of cool. We got snow and just enjoying being out. This is my second time out today. And so I wanted to share with you one of my rules to live by as Margot and I do this Keeping Our Shit Together series. One of my rules for, a couple decades now is to get outside every single day. And I feel so lucky that this was something I was taught from a really early age by my dad, who still gets out for a walk every single day. So if I was really being amazing at that, I would have left my phone at home, but I did this morning. So I am actually living what I say I am. This is my second time out today. You can see the beautiful Thunder Mountain behind me, snow covered, and the snow is still coming down. So if I don't get out every morning, I am a mess. I would be really struggling, I think, in so many ways. Mentally, for sure, probably emotionally, if I didn't have the habit, and it is a habit, of getting out every single morning. And I am somewhat flexible. I have had postpartum time, of course, where I don't get out, and that makes perfect sense. Being hugely pregnant last winter, there certainly were a handful of days that I didn't get out or for as long as I wanted to. But without those kind of rare exceptions, getting out every morning is purely a very simple recipe for my mental health. And with everything going on, having 9 kids, having a midwifery practice, blah, 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 there has to be some kind of routine for me. It makes me think of the way little kids thrive, right? Especially like from a Waldorfy perspective. That rhythm is really important. And as adults, I don't think we're a whole lot different. My life is not as rhythmic, perhaps, as I'd love it to be. Being on call kind of destroys that whole thing. So again, to say it one more time, getting out every morning is a way that I keep myself sane. And I feel like it's a pretty easy thing to do if you just get in the habit of it. Now, I know not everywhere is as beautiful as this. Certainly in the summer, I'd say we tend to have more prohibitive weather of getting out a lot during the day, but I can still get out super early in the morning. So yeah, you got to find what works for you in your life, in your climate. And really, I share this with my clients too, the pregnant ones, 15 minutes a day. If that's all you can do, then that's great. Truthfully, I probably get out for an hour every morning, so I hike a bunch of miles. And having dogs certainly helps. I would get out anyway, but if you're somebody that needs motivation, having an animal that needs to get out is certainly helpful. And when I'm out in the morning, I don't bring my phone. Unless I'm on call, then I might have to, but I try not to engage with it. Because getting quiet, being out on the land, that's the medicine. So again, I know not everybody lives in a place where you can literally be like touching dirt and, be alone for 5 minutes. Even if you're in a city, you have to find a way, right? You have to find a way to get some oxygen flowing through your body, some quiet, really. That's the key. I love when the only thing I hear in the morning when I'm out walking are the noises of my dogs just breathing. I know that's weird, but I find that really comforting because I truly can find a place on these trails where there's nothing else happening other than right now, like some drip drops with the rain coming off or the snow coming off the trees, occasionally running into a person, but there's something about the solitude of the earth. And of course, when weather is permitting, taking off your shoes even. And getting your feet in the dirt is part of the healing of the earth. As I'm saying this, of course, a car is pulling up, we live near a really touristy religious temple here, so there's always people, especially on a day off. The last thing I wanted to say is that I find just the earth to be the medicine that's needed most of the time. I think most of us have lives where our minds are always running, and that's not always bad, right? Like creativity, ideas, but we really need quiet for those things to come on through. If not, we just end up doing what's in front of us, and that might mean feeling frantic about answering emails or something like that. I really need the quiet of the earth to remind me what I'm about, where my focus is. And then when I go back kind of into my life, I feel like I'm organized with my inner self having been taken care of. It's really hard to, help other people or create stuff or take care of other people when you're in a place where you're really scattered. So the earth is what does that for me. And I think the reasoning is simple, and I'll show you a view here in a minute. It's so pure. Like all the trees are out here just doing what they do. They don't need to do anything special but be. The mountains have been here for a very long time and will probably be here a very long time after me. So there's just this timelessness that I feel like is a really great reminder and a really beautiful way to surrender to whatever is going on in your life. Whatever is going on in your life, the quiet of nature I've found tends to have the answers. And if they're not really answers, then it's just comfort. The comfort of, something bigger than ourselves. So that's my plug for getting out in nature at least 15 minutes a day. That is probably my top secret/suggestion for keeping my own shit together. So really happy to share it with you, although it's really not that novel, and maybe you're doing it already. So I'll give you a little view here, if I can turn the camera around, of just the beauty of northern Arizona right now. If I moved up closer here, you'd be able to see like water running through. That's not always there, but the snow is obviously melting and it's creating some really beautiful effects here, and my kids are super excited to be out in the snow today. So Margot and I love to hear your feedback. If there are things that we could talk about along these lines, then please message us, let us know. We feel like this Keeping Your Shit Together series is particularly relevant right now with the holidays coming. And not to mention our midwifery school will be accepting applications until December 10th. So for a couple of reasons, we felt like it would be helpful maybe for us to remind ourselves the things we do that really help us keep it together, and in the spirit of sharing and being grateful, just offering that to you. All right, have a great day after Thanksgiving, and wishing you all love and health and happiness.